Yo, what's up guys? My name is JT and we're going to run a train right here on Model Railroading Southwest. Don't forget to get $10 off your next order of $50 or more on trains.com. That's trains with a Z. So on this episode, we're going to run an intermodal train. I've been on a real big intermodal kick for the past few weeks. And that is thanks to my buddy at Gazoo RC. He's been buying all this cool stuff and making me jealous and making me want to buy stuff too. So that is what all this is because of him being a bad influence. So go check out his channel. He's building a really cool end scale layout. It has a ton of inclines, declines, and it's going to have a bunch of really cool scenery when it's all finished up, and I can't wait for him to start doing that. He has a really nice intermodal train going around the track, and it looks so cool going in and out of the tunnels and over the bridges and all that stuff. He also has a really cool Broadway Limited Big Boy and the Kato Union Pacific excursion set. So go check him out. It's Gazoo RC. So what I've been doing lately, I was collecting some well cars and also some containers. The containers are Norfolk Southern Triple Crown containers. They're really nice looking containers. Got them for a great deal on eBay. And the other stuff that I've been getting is some Atlas well cars. Now, this is the only box that has the cars in it. These ones don't, because I want to show you guys how to put them together without them breaking or anything like that. Because there's some people out there that have been having trouble putting two cars together. They're taking off detail parts in order for them to fit. You don't really have to do that. It's a really tight fit, but you can get them together. It's not really a big deal. So I'm going to unbox one of those boxes, take them over the layout, and show you guys how they go together. And then we're going to build this train, and I'll show you guys the engine that they're going to run with. And let's get started. So here are all the containers. They're all Norfolk Southern Triple Crown containers. They're all in very good shape. Couple of flaws here and there, nothing to cry over. They're all the pegs are there, so they all go together nicely. They're not falling off of each other, so it's pretty nice. They're all 48 foot. They all fit perfectly into those 53-foot well cars that I just got. So let's go ahead and open up one of those boxes and we'll see what they look like. So here are the Atlas well cars. They're actually pretty nice well cars. They're pretty well detailed. And here's the end here if you'd like to see the item number. So let's go ahead and open this up. Inside the box there's some paperwork in there. It's not really that important right now. But let's go ahead and open these up. So, you know, when I first got these, I was a little concerned because they seemed a little on the light side. You know, the Kato cars and also the Walthers cars are all die-cast metal, and they're very heavy. So these are just plastic. Now these are very, very light. You know, they're just plastic. There's no metal in them whatsoever for weight or anything like that. But they actually track around the layout pretty well. I was very amazed. I'm very happy about that. On the top of the cars, you'll find that there's some etched metal parts for the walkways and all that stuff. And like I said, they're pretty well detailed if you check that out. They're very surprisingly nicely done. Now inside the package, what you'll find is some of these pieces here. Now these are the guides for the containers, and those go inside this actually on the sill of the well car, and those little nubs there, that's where those go. I'm not going to glue them in. I might later, but for now I think they'll be okay. So let's go ahead and take these over the layout and see how they go together. So let's go ahead and get these cars on the track. So the first one is the easiest. It has the two trucks on it. So all you got to do is try to get them on the track right, and then you couple them together. They're plastic couplers, so they're not the best in the world, but they work for now until I can get some KDs hooked up on them. So I found that the second car is probably the easiest to connect, and the last one is probably the most difficult, and that's what I've experienced with all the cars on the layout. So the problem in question, there's a small bracket that sits right here, right above where the car is supposed to go. So the way I've figured on doing it is, what you have to do is you have to finagle it in there. So you have to go at an angle, and there we go, and it just pops right in. So you don't have to take off that detail part. I mean, it probably would make it much more easier, you know, taking them off and putting them on. But I don't like removing stuff from the car, so I think it's perfectly fine. You just gotta, you know, put it in at an angle, and then you're set. So I'll go ahead and show you the last one. Like I said, this one's the most difficult one. So let's try to get it in there. So like I said, you have to go to an angle, and then it feeds in there eventually. It's a little weird that Atlas decided to put that detail so close there. I mean, I'm sure it's the way it's supposed to be done prototypically, but you know, for operation and for use, that is a little bit of a problem. You know, people are going to break them if they shove them in there and if they're not like aware of that area. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the containers and put them on the actual well cars. All right, let's get these containers on the track. Intermodal trains are very nostalgic for me, and that is because I remember seeing them as a kid in real life against the desert landscape. And I saw these big intermodal trains speeding past me, being pulled by the Santa Fe Super Fleet locomotives. Now, I just thought they were just so beautiful and so cool looking against the desert landscape. So I often mentioned this train store that was in Albuquerque. It was called Trains West, and it was a really nice train store, one of the best I've ever been to. It's no longer there, but they used to have this layout that was quite large. On one side it had like a town scene, and the other it had like a mountainous scene. And I remember seeing the intermodal trains snaking through that mountain area. You know, it was the same stuff I saw in real life in HO scale. It was like the super fleet engines pulling these long intermodal trains. And I always wanted a really nice intermodal set, but it was just far too expensive. And when I saw them as a kid, I'm talking about like 10 or 12 years old, and there's no way that I could have afforded a really nice intermodal set. So let's get the rest of these containers on the train, and I'll show you guys the engines. So I have 3 Norfolk Southern locomotives leading this train. The first one is an Intermountain ET44. The second one is an Athearn Genesis SD70 ACU. And the third one is a ScaleTrains -9. All very beautiful, nice running locomotives. So let's go ahead and get this train going and see it around the layout. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun running this intermodal train around the layout. Really enjoying these new Atlas well cars. Very well done. They track well around the layout and they're pretty affordable. So if you're looking for some new well cars, check these ones out from Atlas. You won't be disappointed. Also enjoyed watching these new containers going around the layout. They looked really nice. Also these NS units, I've never had all of them on together at the same time, so that was pretty nice to see those. Also, don't forget to get $10 off your next order of $50 or more from trains.com. That's trains with a Z. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, please put it in a comment down below or send me an email. You can find that in my bio. So that's pretty much it, guys. Talk later. Take care and keep it tuned to rails.